this tutorial. In this video I'm going to show you how can you query on a 1.5 billion records, right? Okay, so where these records are available and how we are going to do this. So actually we have Azure Data Explorer help cluster available for free, and let me open that here. If you search for the Azure Data Explorer help cluster, then you will find this link, right? And you can click to on this link and it will open the Azure Data Explorer help cluster. This is a free, you just have to log into that, right? And the database and sample data and this 1.5 billion records data is available there as well. So I have already opened this here, and like if you will see, here is a help cluster. If you will expand this, you will see all these databases, right? And in our case I am going to show you something from here, from the samples. In the samples, if you go to the tables, in the table there are many tables including the NYC taxi. If you open this NYC taxi folder, you will see trips, NYC taxi. These are the two tables, right? So this trips table has 1.5 billion records. So I did the same. I am inside there, sample, inside the sample tables, right? And NYC taxi. So here I am running the KQL query, which is the Custo query language, just to show you that how much data is there. And this is pretty impressive that 1.5 billion records, and so fast we are getting the response. And here if I want to see the preview of the data by taking only the 10 rows of that data, you can see these are the data and response is very fast as well. So you see these are the trip ID, vendor ID, and some other information, right, like tips and NTA name, pickup NTA name, and drop off NTA name, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate how can we connect this cluster and this table to the Power BI using the direct query, and I will try to show you filtering some data over that, right? For this I will open the Power BI first, and you can use any version of the Power BI. It could be the latest version or it could be the oldest version, because support to connect the Custo ADX is available since a long time, right? And you can also see here whenever you select a query here, you can always see here an export option. Here you can export query to Power BI, so it will also export a query to the Power to use in the Power BI, but I'm not exporting here. I'm going to show you from the Power BI. So Power BI is here available, so I will click on the blank report, right? In the blank report I will go to the get data, the standard method, and in the get data I will look for the Azure Data Explorer or Custo, whatever you can type. So here this standard built-in connector is available. This connector accepts cluster name, database name, and the query, which is the Custo query, right? So what is the cluster name? The cluster name is help, but the full name is, you can click on this pencil button, copy from here. This is a fully qualified domain name, help.custo.windows.net, right? So I will copy this, paste here. And what is the database name? Database name is samples. I'm inside the samples, so this is the database name. And what is my table name? Trips. Database name is samples and trips. So here I am not writing a complete query, just writing trips will load all the data from this trip table. And down below I will change it from import to the direct query. And now I will try to load everything. Right, it will connect and it will load the sample data or the initial data for the preview, not all the data. Right, this is a 1.5 billion records. So we will start by creating some initial filters. Of course, we are not going to show all this data at once, right? Okay, so it has been connected and working. Okay, all done. I would like to change the name of this. This is not required, but better if you do this. And if we open this, first check how many records are there, right? For this, let me pick this card, and here we have the trip IDs. I will pick these trip IDs here just to verify that how much records we are dealing here, not the sum. Of course, I want to count the total number of records. It's 1.55 billion records. Cool. Now I am interested to see uh, the highest trip destination is what is the highest trip drop off, right? Okay, so for that, first check the NTA drop off name. Here is, there are multiple NTA drop off names. Okay, and I will select this visual, and I will also take the NTA drop off name here and want to make a slicer, right? Okay, now tips or tip amount. I will drag and drop the tip amount over this visual. Okay, also I would like to see as a big number here above what is the tip amount in total. So now you see this all is happening at the runtime, or say by the direct query. I have not imported all this 1.5 billion records to the Power BI. It's all connecting to the ADX, processing the query there by the direct query and running and then surfacing here. So here you see, as we were trying to find out what was the highest destination for the tip, this is the midtown, right? This one, the midtown, this one is the highest, midtown south, and the airport and the others, right? So these are the highest destination. Let's see if I want to click and see the actual number. You see this is processing the data, not taking too much time because it's all direct query and querying on the huge volume, 1.5 billion records. So this is the number. 112 million tips were given to 25 million rides to the airport. And if you want to see the model view of this, click on this, and just to verify what is the model, it's direct query, it's all direct query, no data is saved here, right? And it's running fine. Thank you. So now you can try by your own, and you can always create such kind of visuals or such kind of um, dashboard using the Azure Data Explorer. So in the next video I will try to show you some something from taking from the IoT data. Okay, thank you very much.